Gotta talk about WandaVision. I have to. I gotta get it out. Did one, yesterday? Day before? On episode 4? Part of episode 3? Well, episode 5. Wow. Before we get to the meat, the juicy center of this episode, this is our late 80s, early 90s. It's Full House, Family Matters, Family Ties, family things. There's a lot about family. It's literally Vision, Scarlet Witch, raising kids. But their kids can age whenever they feel like it. So they're babies at the beginning, and they're probably, 10, 11 by the end of the episode? So she has got pregnant, given birth, and now has 10-year-olds within a matter of a couple days. Not only in their fake reality sitcom world, in the real world, too. And they're not real people like everyone else in that town who are real people under a mind control or whatever it is by Wanda or someone else, or Wanda and someone else, but Wanda doesn't really know. She's definitely becoming a villain, but I don't know if she's fully the only one there. Mephisto, Agatha Harkness, they'll get mentioned constantly. But it seems like someone's profiting a little bit off of Wanda's grief. Vision starts figuring everything out in this episode. He has that moment where he wakes up, I guess. Wakes him up or brings him into the real reality for a second. Norm? Weird. Twilight Zone again. I'm going to mention that all the time when it comes to this show. I'm speechless with it, as you can see. So well done. It's everything I wanted the show to be. And I'll say that every week, but it's getting more and more into that heart of the show, the middle of the show. We're episode 5 of 8 or 9, so we're nearing the end. Closer to the end than we are at the beginning. But let's get to the meat. Some stuff happens on the outside, which was actually really good. Jimmy Woo explaining how Scarlet Witch is a hero. The leader of SWORD going, well, she's kind of a villain. Or she was a villain. Well, she became an Avenger. Yeah, but that's after she blew up a building. Yeah, but you get that little back and forth there. Darcy, Jimmy Woo, they're great, as always. But we get to the point where, after he wakes up Norm, I'm going to call him Norm. I don't know if his name's Norm. He's Norm. Vision comes home. Oh yeah, the dog dies. They adopt a dog and the dog dies in the same episode. And I feel like the kids know she's making this reality. So I'm confused. The only thing that's confused me in that little town are the kids. I don't know if they're real. I don't know if they're completely a figment. Because the only person I think that's interacted with them is Geraldine, who's out on the outside. I'm going to call her Geraldine. That's her name now. And Agatha, or the neighbor. So are they fully real, or are they still a construct? I don't know. We find out Scarlet Witch takes Vision's body, dead body, he's a robot, but still sentient, takes his body from SWORD, just walks in there and goes, hey, give me back my robot man, and proceeds to have apparent sex with a dead AI robot. Unless he's resurrected, but either way, weird. Vision figures it out, walks in the door, and they have their moment where he's like, I know what you're doing. You get their standoff, which is beautiful. Paul Bettany, Elizabeth Olsen deserve all the goddamn credit on this show. They are acting their asses off. Paul Bettany gave me one of my favorite scenes where he floats up there and he's like, you can't do this to me like you do everyone else. She kind of calms him down after they're floating at one another. You're like, oh, it's going to go down. Superman, Zod kind of shit. Nope. Marital dispute, but with two people with superpowers. He proceeds to say, why there's no other kids in town except for their own. You get a knock at the door, and here it is. The moment that is breaking the internet, especially if you're a comic book fan, MCU fan, or an X-Men movie fan, because that door rings. She opens it, and she looks stunned. So, of course, all us fans are going, who is it? Who is it? Cuts away. Cuts back, and you see the silvery gray back of the head, and my first thought was, oh, they gave Aaron Taylor Johnson the Quicksilver do. A little redo on it. No. Aaron Taylor Johnson is sitting at home somewhere very angry, going, I played Quicksilver too. No one remembers you, bud. We remember Evan Peters. The Time in the Bottle. That great scene from Days of Future Past. Even Apocalypse had a good one. But there at the door is Evan Peters as her brother. Finally. They did it. They brought a Fox X-Men character into the MCU. Whether it's just for her reality or not, they fucking did it. That's Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, brother and sister, together again. Alternate reality or something. And I can't explain how I felt in that moment, honestly. Similar to that Luke Skywalker moment, where that was more emotional, in a way. This was more, holy fuck. I think I yelled holy fuck in my house, my apartment, alone, by myself, watching that. They did it. And apparently we still have the Luke Skywalker-esque cameo coming up. Unless that was it, I don't believe it was. So how are they going to break reality even more? I'm starting to think the Magneto Xavier thing is really fucking possible now. One of the two of them. We know we're getting Deadpool in the MCU. I think they're going to handpick some people of the X-Men. Be like, you're good at that character. We're going to use you for a little bit until we recast. We have the multiverse now. We can do whatever the fuck we want. And that's Disney right now. Printing money, even in the fucking... even in a quarantine, Disney. Printing money, printing happiness. Well, I think that's going to be it for this one. Because I could ramble out this episode all day. Quickly. Dustin Pedroia? You retired? Hall of Famer? Maybe. Red Sox Hall of Famer? For sure. Have a good night, everyone. Stay safe. Stay strong. Don't know how to end these either way, but I don't have anything to drink for a slancha, so, slancha.